What's up, guys? Cassandra Carson here from Paralandra and the Life Project, and you're listening to the Weekly Pour podcast.
Hey guys, it's Leather Leone, and you're listening to the Weekly Pour. Great metalheads, crazy music, because we all bleed metal. Ciao.
Hola, amigos. This is Billy Sheehan. You're listening to me right here and watching on the Weekly Pour podcast. Thank you.
Hey guys, this is John Karabi from, just about every band but ABBA, and you are listening to the Weekly Pour podcast. Turn it up.
I'm Logan, right?
Yes.
That's how all right, I'll go now. What's up, everybody? It's Logan from All the Pretty Things, and you're listening to TBT and Ace on the Weekly Pour podcast.
My name's Reggie, and you are listening to the Weekly Pour podcast. Thanks so much for joining the most amazing twosome out there.
It's time once again for the Weekly Pour, the show that knows everything about absolutely nothing. Here are your hosts, TBT and Ace.
Yay! Yay! What's up, everybody? I am TBT. That guy over there, that's Ace. Welcome to the Weekly Pour podcast, episode 44.
You believe that?
44 episodes. We're like 6 away from hitting a big 5-0.
Oh my gosh, and we have no plans.
None.
We have no plans for it.
None. I mean, what plans do we need? Are we going to have a birthday cake?
Well, someone jumping out of the cake.
Oh, yes. We'll have to figure out who at some point. I'm going to jump into the chat real quick. Good evening, chat. If you're watching, jump into the chat and say hi. As you can see, we do not have a Natalie tonight. She is she's what's the word I'm looking for? She's skipping out on us, right?
Playing hooky?
Yeah, she's playing hooky. She's like, hey, when's the podcast? Is it Tuesday or Wednesday? And I'm like, it's always Tuesday unless it's Wednesday.
Right.
But
right.
this week it's Tuesday. And she's like, well, I got stuff to do. Oh, excuse me.
Stuff to do?
Yeah, stuff to do.
Like what?
I don't know.
It's still cold out.
Right? We have a secret moderator tonight.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, just a secret. I'm not even telling you who it is because I'm just not.
It's cold here.
Yes.
But in some places, like in New York, they got like 8 feet of snow.
I did notice that a mutual friend of ours, Kathy, with Music and More Records, actually closed her store because they got 3 inches?
I think it was a little more than that.
No, that's just around here when they do that.
Yes.
Yeah, they were getting walloped.
I didn't know that it was going to really be like that. You know how weather predictions are?
Right.
It's a blizzard of the century, and then you get an inch. That's what we get around here. And no, it's a legit, probably 6-8 inches.
Wow. Have you spoke to her to know what she got? Did she get herself a good 6 to 8 inches of snow?
I think so, at least.
Oh,
at least.
That's good. That's good. I'll remind everybody in the chat, make sure you hit those thumbs up because I know you're in there. And no, one person's done. Hit that thumbs up. Hit that thumbs up. Hit that subscribe. We're up to 70 subscribers, which is pretty decent for us considering, this is only episode, whatever it was, I said 44. But hit the damn subscribe button. You don't have to pay attention to it. It's just like when you go to Target and they send you mailings in the mail and you don't want them, you throw it away. Just consider it junk mail. We don't care. We just want the numbers. I mean, that's fair, right? Yeah.
Right.
We're not going to send you anything in the mail. I mean, just ask Natalie. She's been wanting a coffee mug for a long time, and we still haven't sent her one.
No, not at all.
That's good stuff right there. Speaking of coffee mugs, which this has absolutely nothing to do with it, but I got to bring it up anyway. The wife sends me a text today. She's been on this. Yes, she's been on this kick lately. We're the name of the podcast is the Weekly Pour, and it's usually centered, at least in my mind, around some kind of beverage. Even though a lot of times we don't mention a single beverage on a show. It's the Weekly Pour. It's whatever's pouring out of our heads or our mouths or whatever is what it's evolved into. She's been on this kick. We go to a local Mexican establishment here in town, which I know you're familiar with. And she likes to get a big ass margarita. I think that's what it's actually called on the menu. Yeah. I'm like, hey, how about we go for lunch? It's 2:00 in the afternoon. Sounds like a good idea. I'll get some tacos and a margarita. So I automatically know that I'm driving, right? So she gets these, and I don't know if it's like mango flavor or peach flavor or whatever, but it's good. I'm not a big tequila fan, and that's just because of I have flashbacks of being a teenager and tequila, and I
Yeah.
can't get over it. It's kind of like the first time I ate sushi. I can't go back and do it. So I get a text this morning, and it's, hey, I'm getting that margarita machine.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I'm like, I'm sorry, do what? So tomorrow, I will have I can't say we or she will have her own margarita machine to set up here in the bar.
Wow. In addition to the bar.
Yeah. Yeah. Cause I'm sitting here going, where am I going to put this thing? And I've got a closet area where I go in and actually do a lot of my drink mixing. Cause I've got, like one of those ninja things. And, that's where I keep some of the mixes. I got the refrigerator in there. And she said, well, you can put it on the shelf in there. And I'm like, hold on a second. Now you're starting to take up my room to make these beverages. But I think she's got a point, and it's going to have to go in there. But we're going to be Friday after 4:30 until probably Sunday at 4 in the afternoon. We'll be concocting numerous cocktails, numerous drinks. I'm going to be experimenting.
You might have fun making margaritas. You may not like to drink them. You might have fun making them.
I don't think I have to really make it. I just put it in this machine and it does it itself.
Yeah. Matter of fact, we have one. I think we bought it Christmas.
Really?
A year or two ago, specifically for New Year's. Yeah.
Interesting.
And it does a fine job.
So, okay. All right. So I'm hearing margaritas at TBT's this weekend.
That's what it sounds like.
Yeah. I'm thinking, Margaritaville at TBT. See, somebody's jumping in the chat and saying it exactly. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I know you can do other stuff than just margaritas. You can make like pina coladas and daiquiris and all that. But so I'm excited because I'm going to expand my palate, my drinking, my drink mixing. Because see, I don't think I've ever talked about it, but I've invented 2 drinks.
Oh, have you?
I have. Thanks to Carnival Cruise Lines. Big shout out to them. They have a drink that my wife likes to get. Fruity drink, plenty of alcohol, and it's called a Kiss on the Lips.
Okay.
It's it's a red drink. It's crushed ice, frozen drink. It's got peach schnapps in it. It's got grenadine. It's got like mango puree, and they do their thing, and there it is. Surprise. So, being that I have a nice little plethora of different types of alcohol, I said, well, what if we add a shot of bourbon? Okay, so I made it and I gave it to her, and I got the look in the eyes of, oh wow, that's pretty good. So that's no longer a kiss on the lips. I can't call it what they call it.
Right.
So because I added something different, like and nobody better steal my recipes because they're copyrighted and trademarked. I'm going on Shark Tank in a week. I renamed it. It's a kiss on the labia.
Okay.
Well, I mean, because it's different. You're not expecting that, and there it is. So we got the kiss on the lips, we got a kiss on the labia, and I was like, you know what? What if we added a shot of rum? What? White rum?
With the bourbon?
No,
just rum.
in lieu of. Hi, Lou. In lieu of. instead of.
Yes.
So there I did. Shot of rum. May have
And
been a shot and a half. Took it in. Boom. Sold. Better than the kiss on the labia. So I had to think to myself, what's better than a kiss on the labia?
I have no idea.
I didn't either, so I had to ask a woman. And this drink is called a kiss on the clit. Yeah. Speaking of that, it is what is it? It is March 14th. Happy Steak and BJ Day to everybody.
Yes. I was reminded of this yesterday.
Excellent.
Guy I work with, because he was looking forward to it.
Excellent. Excellent. And it's good to see that here we are.
So Chuck, I hope everything worked out yesterday.
Yes. Yes. But it's today, not yesterday.
Correct. Yesterday. Maybe
Well,
carry over to today.
Hey, sure. You have steak one day and yeah, you know. But anyway, we're way off track.
That's your fault.
Actually, we're not off track. We've talked about alcohol for like the first 11 minutes.
Right.
So we're still doing good. And there's nothing that like needed to be seen because so if you're listening and not watching, you've not missed anything. Although, I'm going to pull this up. I want to know, give me your opinions, chat, because I know there's some of you in there. Y'all saw the new splash page. I'm going to pull it back up again. What do we think? Do we like? Little retro. It's all spelled correctly.
Very
what do we
retro.
think? I'm curious. I want your opinion. Because I want your opinion. So give it. It's a McFarland thing. Spicy jalapeno margarita.
Mm.
I don't know. I'd give it a try. I'd try everything once. Right?
Right. But what makes it spicy?
I'm going to go with the jalapeno.
Okay.
Or maybe. I don't know. All right. Everybody seems to like it. I think there's one person that's just not sold on it, but that's okay. That's okay. I was just curious.
There's always one of those.
Yeah, exactly. But and that's what makes it good. So I like that. So lots of music came out this week.
You know, that's impressive too. Yeah, we'll get into that. Where do you want to start?
Oh my gosh! Well, I think last week our show was on Wednesday, and we were talking about all the pretty things actually released their latest, I guess, from their upcoming album, but it was released last week, and it's called Every Now and Then. There is a video that goes along with it. Be sure to check that out. As you can remember, we had Logan on just 3 weeks ago. So they finally dropped their newest one on. I think it was the 8th is when they did that, which happened to be the same day we did our last episode. Since then, I'm sure there's been more than this, but there are 3 that really, really, really caught my attention this week. Not including Extreme, which was the week before, and that song still is kicking ass. But Winger finally dropped their new track off of their upcoming album entitled 7. The name of the track is Proud Desperado.
Yep.
I think it's pretty good.
It is. It's very good. It's an excellent song. You know, that song, I heard an interview with Kip just today, and that song's been kicking around for a while. He's had it sitting around waiting for the right moment to spring it on us.
It sounds like a very more mature Winger.
He wanted, and this is with the whole record that's upcoming, he wanted it to sound a little bit like somewhere in between early Winger and Pull.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think he kind of nailed it.
Yeah, I think so too. So I had to look at my lights.
Desmond Child co-wrote it.
Yep, I saw that. Good beat. It's strong. You know, kind of got some grit to it, some teeth.
Yeah, definitely.
Not what I was expecting from, and I don't want to say typical because I don't think there's such thing as a typical the Winger album, but it was good. I thought so. Sorry, I'm trying to mess with my lights here because I'm not liking the streak going down my forehead.
Yeah, streak down your forehead. It
Yeah,
looks like you are being
there.
beamed up.
That's better. What it looked like? What?
You were being beamed up.
Oh, I thought maybe I had like a unicorn.
No. No.
No, I mean almost, but no. Okay, yeah. Just be thankful you can't see that if you're listening. Anyway, okay, good. I got that light
So,
back.
but they released a video for this for
Yes.
Proud Desperado. Kip says they are going to release at least 6
Videos?
Yeah,
Really?
yeah. So he's all about the video production right now because it's cheap
Oh, sure.
and it's visual, and people like that still. Still to this day, people like that when they're looking at things on YouTube. They want something visual.
Well, and you hit the nail on the head right there because I was getting ready to say, well, where are people going to go to watch the video? Well, that answers YouTube because it's not like we have MTV anymore.
Right. That's been a non-entity for a while in the music scene.
Yeah. And then it wasn't too long after that song was released, that track, that we got a text from a mutual friend of ours,
right,
who said, "Hey, do you want to go check out Winger up in how do you pronounce that? Terre Haute?"
Terre Haute.
Yeah, Terre Haute. They're going to be up there in June.
Is it June?
I don't know. Hell, I don't know.
It's Friday, July 28th.
Oh, okay. All right, that was close.
Yeah, and that really got me going on wanting to see Winger. Pretty exciting.
Well, it wasn't just that. It was the fact that all he said was Winger concert, July, Terre Haute, and that was it. And I was like, well, I'm in because, the price was right, especially for VIP price.
Yeah, these are VIP tickets.
Yeah. And I didn't before I said yes. And that was before I knew who else was there. And I saw that and I was like, you got to be kidding me. So I'm just going to go over one. And it's because I was a big fan of theirs when they started releasing theirs, but I'm excited to also see Firehouse.
Yes.
Firehouse is going to be on there, and that is going to be them, doing all their old stuff from their first album and all that. But I've always been a big fan of Firehouse, especially the way they put, for me, in my opinion, they put the bass right out there. Any track that you hear Firehouse, man, it's all about the bass.
Yeah, and you're a fan of that bass player who is now in Striper, correct?
Correct.
Yeah. And not just Firehouse, not just Winger. So Steelheart,
who
has a new song out.
Yes.
It's been out for a few weeks, maybe a little longer. I can't think of the name of it at the moment, but it's good. Check it out. And Jack Russell's Great White. So if you don't know this, there's 2 versions of Great White. There's the Jack Russell Great White, and there's Great White. One of those deals where they went to court, they battled over the name and all that, and this is what they came up with. So Jack Russell's the original lead singer of Great White, and he'll be there.
Yes. I seen Jack Russell's Great White. I want to say 5-6 years ago, maybe, on tour with Dokken, in Illinois when I went with some other friends of ours too. And Jack Russell sounds great, but he doesn't get around very well.
No, his health is poor.
Right.
Poor health.
So I'm excited to see it because I don't know how much longer we're going to see much of Jack Russell. But if he's still got great stories, and I think between his singing, he would stop in the middle of a song, tell a story, and then get back to it. Kind of like what your old grandpa used to do. Be sitting there praying for dinner, and then all of a sudden, boom, we're going to tell a story before prayer's over. Just mine? Okay. Anyway, so yeah, it'll be pretty good to see Winger, Steelheart, Firehouse, and Jack Russell's Great White. Looking forward to it. We're hoping that somehow or at least between then and now, we're working on some guests from actually some of those bands. So if we
Right.
can get that worked out, that would be great. If not, then we will raid their tour bus when we're there, and we will get them some Weekly Pour swag to kind of bribe them.
Well, I mean, if we're in the VIP line, I suggest we, maybe bring a mug.
Well, if yeah, I may just have to take one. We can throw it on stage, right?
Right, that'll work. Just hurl the mug on stage.
Just not at Jack Russell.
No, he can't move.
I don't want him to fall over.
He can't duck.
No, Jack, duck.
That
Yeah,
sounded
that
weird.
was weird. All right. Anyway, the second song that came out, second release that I was impressed with this week, was what was it? It was yeah, I'm gonna go with this one. Sweet and Lynch. Finally, we've talked about this on many an episode.
Right.
But this is Michael Sweet and George Lynch. Of course, Michael Sweet from Striper and George Lynch from Lynch Mob, Dokken. Um, they released a track off of their upcoming album entitled Heart and Sacrifice. The name of the track is You'll Never Be Alone. Sounds like it's a ballad. When you play it,
No.
it's not. But that is that's ballad-esque title. It is not. It's heavy. It is definitely George Lynch, and the
Right.
unmistaken vocals of Michael Sweet. You can make it sound like a commercial. Very good track.
It's heavy and melodic, and that's what I like.
Yes. And for those that don't know what melodic means, it means it sounds good.
Yeah, exactly. I when you sent this to me, I actually pulled up a different song by accident. The Wish.
Mhm.
I hadn't heard it. I hadn't heard
Really?
any of it yet. Yeah, I just haven't dug into any of this yet. Oh my gosh, that was really good.
Oh yeah.
So I'm really interested in these other two records also that they have out. So this is the third collaboration, correct?
I
Between
believe so. I believe this is the
yeah,
third one.
between Lynch and Sweet.
Right.
So that's getting ready to come out. That song was great. And then
Well,
there
and,
was a
and that was a good taste. That was a good taste of what to expect for the rest of this album. And I'm looking at it right now. I don't know when the rest of it's supposed to be released, but there's 12 tracks on this, and I'm gonna say that probably all 12 tracks are gonna absolutely kick ass.
you know in music, in rock music especially, is there anyone more prolific than Michael Sweet? I mean, he just keeps working and working and churning out music.
If you put aside the naysayers and the people that don't want to acknowledge Michael Sweet because of Striper and because of their message, if you take away those naysayers, there's not. I don't think there's anyone more prolific in the music industry right now than him. And for the very reason that you were talking about, he never freaking stops.
He
You
doesn't
know,
stop.
it's kind of like when we were talking to oh Karabi. It was the same thing, when do you sleep? And then it was the same, it seems like everybody we talk to, it's the same thing because it's over and over and over. They're busy with this band and this band and this band.
Right.
And not just Karabi, but, Billy Sheehan, huge. That was, between what he's doing now and plus Mr. Big coming back out on tour. And it was the same thing. When do you ever sleep? Michael Sweet is one of those that if he's not producing or writing or singing or backing up somebody else, he is just
Hmm?
right on there.
He's on stage.
Absolutely.
You he's on stage. And yeah, I'm amazed at the productivity he has. Lynch has also been pretty active. He's got
Sure.
he's got another band that he's put out 3 records with. Can't think of the name of it right now. Uh, but yeah, he's been busy with that. He's been busy with his tour with Don Dokken last summer, and then the Sweet and Lynch projects. There is no there is no one that is stationary in one band anymore.
Right.
You're either doing a solo project or you're in 6 bands.
Exactly. Exactly. One of the people in our chat, it's a McFarland thing, asks, "What is the song title again?" I'm assuming they're talking about Winger, and it's "Proud Desperado." I know who that is in the chat, and I'm just going to tell her to check her phone because I texted it to her a couple days ago. But it's "Proud Desperado." Super song. This Sweet and Lynch, when they first came out, I think everybody was kind of surprised. You know,
It's an
shoot,
unlikely
and
pairing.
when was their first album? Like 10 years ago that they did together?
Oh no, it was. Oh yeah, God, I'm old. 2015. I think it was
Okay.
2015.
All right. So almost 10 years ago.
It never
uh,
seems like that to me. That's why I'm like, no, heck, it was yesterday,
yeah.
2015.
That's like 1992 was just like last week.
Right.
Yeah. Um, when it came out, you know, everybody was like, "Whoa, George Lynch and Michael Sweet together," and you know, because you don't see many collaborations like that.
No.
I can't think of any where. I mean, yeah, they're both in the rock industry, but they're really two big different genres.
Well, they're kind of different ends of that spectrum of the same era, but kind of
Right.
different ends of that spectrum. And Lynch is a little down and dirty with his guitar playing, you know, and gritty at times. Of course, he's a speed demon on the frets, but he can also pull out a dirty riff too.
Yeah. So you've got the soldiers under command heading out with, you know, the Dream Warrior. That's pretty
Yeah,
good.
well said,
Thanks.
Mr. Scary, Mr.
Ah,
Scary.
yes, yes, exactly. The third and final um, impressive piece of music, I believe, came out today. And we've been leading up to it, or they've been leading up to it on YouTube. I think it was for a couple days. They had a video up that was continuing to run with a timer on there, counting down until, I don't know, maybe it was 10 o'clock this morning. I'm not sure, but Avenged Sevenfold released a track, "Nobody," from their upcoming album, "Life Is But a Dream." If you're an Avenged Sevenfold fan, go listen to it. If you're not an Avenged Sevenfold fan, go listen to it. I think this may be close to being as different than what they've done in a long time.
Yeah, and it's a little more straight ahead. It's accessible
Oh, yeah.
and a little more straight ahead rock than
Yes.
what we're used to from them.
But I tell you what, it is catchy.
Yeah, it definitely is.
It's very good. Again, it's called "Nobody," and it's Avenged Sevenfold off of their upcoming album, "Life Is But a Dream." It's good. It is right up there. And I tell you what, I am absolutely freaking impressed with the amount of kick-ass music that has come out this year so far. And I get it, it's March, and you know, we talked about all these tours that were going to be coming up. We knew everybody was going to be touring, especially as we continue to get farther away from uh, COVID or the big flu, whatever people want to call it. Well, now all these freaking albums are starting to drop.
Yeah, and I think that's a big reason why I think COVID had a lot to do with this, in the sense that you couldn't do anything, or you were trying to, you know, do a Zoom meeting with your band and record your parts, you know, a la Chris Jericho in quarantine,
Right.
you know, or you were sitting around writing and writing and writing, and you know that all that creative frustration has come out, and now we're getting all this great music because everyone's ready to go tour, and now we can put a record out and we can do something.
Yeah. I mean, we've had a few Metallica songs off of their upcoming album.
There's
Um,
another one.
yeah, they and they I think I talked about it either last week or the week before. They're teasing stuff on Instagram or TikTok. I'm sorry, it was TikTok. where they're teasing
It
all
seems
this stuff.
so strange for Metallica to be on TikTok to me.
Yeah, they're not doing whatever dance of the week is going on. But for upcoming albums from Metallica, Winger, Sweet and Lynch, Avenged Sevenfold. I mean, these are some heavy hitters. I
Right.
got All the Pretty Things as well. These are some pretty big hitters. Although the All the Pretty Things they're up and coming, but what they're putting out is good stuff.
Right. Extreme.
Yes, exactly. I'm sitting here
And
trying to go through my list, and it's crazy.
and sure, you're going to hype your record that's upcoming, but it's almost seems even more sincere from these guys right now. Like they are so excited about the
Right.
stuff they're putting out, that it just feels like there's no complaints. There's no issues with the recording process. It's like, let's just go, let's just rock. And that's what it feels like. It
Yeah.
feels a lot freer.
And so far, I'm liking these results.
Yeah, it's good. It's good for
Gosh.
all of us.
Yeah, and I know you're like me, and it seems like we're listening to something new like every single day, or trying to get through an album every single day. But I could get used to this. They want to keep dropping tracks, drop them.
Well, another one I mentioned it a week or so ago. Billy Squire.
Right.
You know, I mean, out of the blue, drops a song and as possibly an album. He's working on it. He might not. But
Right.
out of the blue, drops a song.
So I want to go to a message that I got. When did I get this? I got this on the 18th. So that was what? No, I didn't get this the 18th. I got this morning, I think, from one of our members of our chat, Lou, who listens. If you guys remember, it was a few weeks ago that Lou said that he is getting ready to go see the Winery Dogs. After listening to our podcast, was like, hey, they're going to be close, so he's going to go check them out. Well, that night was here and it's gone. And I'm going to read this.
Cool.
Holy crap, dude. What a show last night. Winery Dogs was incredible. And this is in all caps. Energy, 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 and very loud. My seats were about 5 rows back, and my ears are still ringing this morning. Billy Sheehan is a wizard with the bass.
Yeah, he is. He's amazing.
That is so fantastic to hear because we can hype up guests all we want, and people are like, oh, it's Billy Sheehan, he was good back in the day. Well, there's someone from a loyal listener who just said, yeah, right, who's just said, this kicked ass. So I was very glad to read that. Yeah, anybody gets a chance to see the Winery Dogs, I mean, good grief, go.
Yeah.
They're on tour, and if you follow their social media, you'll see Billy Sheehan is very, very active on his social media, and he'll tell you, hey, we're getting ready to do our thing. Here's a show. Thanks for a great crowd. He's very active, so this isn't just a bunch of bullshit that we're trying to feed you guys.
No,
If
you're getting three stellar musicians.
Yeah.
With Mike Portnoy on drums and Richie Kotzen playing guitar and
exactly.
Singing. So, oh no, alert! Is there a storm coming?
I don't know. Is there?
I don't know. Your head jerked like, oh.
Oh no, I was looking. I look over to the chat real quick, but one of the things when I saw, you know what, somebody we're missing. I don't see Kathy tonight.
Well, tell Kathy to get in the chat.
Yeah, Kathy needs to get in the damn chat, but I do not see her. But anyway, something made me think about her today. And that was some news I read that Metallica has acquired a vinyl pressing plant.
Right.
Metallica acquires vinyl pressing plant Furnace Record Pressing.
Yep.
It's kind of a unique name, Furnace Record. Oh, they've acquired a majority interest.
Yes.
Okay.
It's the people that were, I think, pressing their records already.
Correct.
For like last decade. So why not invest in it and keep it going? I guess, right?
Yeah, absolutely. It's basically this partnership between Metallica and Furnace represents yet another example of the band's unflagging commitment to artistic control of all aspects of its career as well as its devotion to its fans. The capacity to meet the massive demand for Metallica vinyl via trusted partner and industry leader Furnace will enable the band and its Blackened Recordings label to better serve the needs of any and all vinyl lovers in the Metallica family, as well as those of various artists and record labels who will continue to utilize Furnace's services. So that's pretty badass. The company was founded in 1996.
I mean, that's just cool because they can, have the access right away to something they want to, they
Yeah,
want to put something out. There's no waiting around. They own the company.
exactly. Somebody calls them up and they're like, "Hey, our company is behind or something like that." And just give Metallica a call.
Right. And this is going to help their distribution. This is going to, increase their ability to ship records to,
Sure.
places they want to ship them to, and then help other people.
Well,
You
and
know,
as
they
a record store owner, I wonder if they're gonna have a way to order things. Maybe not have Kill 'Em All. Maybe you don't have Kill 'Em All on your shelves, but you can get it from your distributor who may get it from straight from Metallica. From this, so I think it'd be pretty good.
yeah.
And as I said that, Kathy is in the chat. She said, "I'm here. I'm
Hey, Kathy,
homebound with all this damn snow."
all
Um,
6 to 8 inches.
oh, now listen. I meant to say that I never left my house today because of the 27 feet of snow we had. I never even went to work. 27 feet. So she got more than just 6 to 8 inches.
That's a lot of snow. She sent a
Yes.
picture to the wife about how high the snow was in her driveway. I mean, it was significant.
Jeez. If we
It's
had that
March.
picture, we would post it up here for you, Kathy.
It's March. March needs to get over the snow.
Yeah.
I
But
don't care
doesn't
what.
this happen every March?
No, does
No?
it?
I seem to think that something always happens with the weather in March. We had
We had
snow flurries 2 days ago.
flurries yesterday,
Yes.
and today
It's
the
funny.
sun's out.
Yeah, exactly. It's still what, 40 something today?
It finally got up to 40. Yeah.
Yeah, up to 40. Exactly. So it's still been shitty weather, but I'm ready for the 60s and 70s. It's hard to make a margarita and enjoy it in
Right.
40-degree weather, which is why I have the house set on 88.
That's pretty warm.
It's fine. There was something else I seen earlier, and I want to get into this, but I don't want to get into this yet. You
Okay.
know what? Screw it. I want to jump right into it.
Okay, jump in.
Freaking Carmen Apiece
Yeah, I got that pulled up. I read this
talking
earlier.
some mad shit about Mick Mars. Well, not talking shit about Mick Mars. Let me rephrase that.
He's giving us more insight.
Giving us some more insight on Mick Mars retiring from touring. Carmen Apiece claims that Mick Mars wasn't happy on the stadium tour. Okay, why not? Well, dig into that article, and so this is something that we've talked about many times with many people, and it's basically it's backtracks,
Right.
backing tracks, lip syncing, all of your guitar, your drums, whatever, your bass player or your bass, all of that being on track.
The thing is, and we'll continue in this second. But when you mentioned guitar, bass, all that stuff, that's the stuff that really shocks me. The lip syncing, in some cases, doesn't shock me because we've been used to lip syncing for years on like American Bandstand and that sort of thing.
Sure.
But a band not playing their instruments or barely playing them, or oh my gosh, I just can't even, I can't even compute.
Well, yeah. I mean, and here's the thing, and basically what I get from the article is that when you play in, okay, this is one of the things that's talked about. When you play in a stadium, you can hear a lot of things come to the monitors. And with Vince's vocals, bass, drums, guitars, and all that other stuff, it was obvious that it was all on tape. Mick Mars was pissed off about that and said, I can play these things. I want to play them. I don't want to make believe I'm playing them. So I think that's one of the reasons why he said, I'm done. And this is according again to Carmen Apiece. But here's the thing. If you're going to tape, record, or whatever Vince Neil's voice, why didn't you make it better?
Right, right. Or is he the only one that actually is live? I mean, of all the things, like we know Tommy can still play. We're pretty
Right.
sure. You know, we know Nicky can still play his bass, and Mick says he can play, right?
Right.
We also know that Vince struggles mightily with his vocals, but that's the one we don't record.
Right.
That's the one we don't play a track to.
That's the one that says, hey, we need to have him just move his mouth.
We need everyone to be convinced it's live. So, Vince, here's the mic.
Exactly.
But
apparently that didn't happen.
No, and that ticked off Mick, which, that's cool. That's kind of cool that he kind of got upset about it. I mean, no one's going to listen to him, apparently, because he's not even in the band now. But
yeah, well, and that was he keeps saying that everybody wanted to act like rock stars and not just go play.
Right, they were too busy being rock stars.
Yeah, they would fly and Mick would take a bus. And he's talking about how they would blow their, pissing their money away flying to every gig. They were all busy still trying to be rock stars, and Mick just wanted to play the music. Mick wasn't interested in wasting time and money flying everywhere, so he traveled by bus. Their lifestyles are different than his, so there are a lot of disagreements. I think he was just done. They were supposed to have done their last tour, and they came back. Then they did the stadium tour, and that was apparently supposed to be the last. So when they came back again, he goes, you can do it. I'm not going out with you for this. So it sounds to me like, months after we're finally getting some information on this whole Mick Mars Motley Crue thing that took a lot of people by surprise.
Yeah, you're right. And I saw another article, I think a week ago. I think it was Nicky or Tommy, saying that Motley Crue is happier than they've ever been in, well, not ever, but in years.
Right.
With John 5 in the band, which, when you read that, it's nice to hear that they're happy, but then also, what are they saying? What are they saying about, was Mick a problem? He's not happy and we're not happy. So now they're traveling together all of a sudden. They're having dinner together all of a sudden as a band, things they hadn't done in years. They like hanging out with each other again. We cut out one guy, and now we're happy, but we cut out one guy that wanted to actually play his instrument.
Yeah.
And complain because you didn't want to play yours.
Right. Milli Vanilli would have been very happy if somebody wanted to play their music.
Oh, yeah. I mean, gosh.
So by the miracle and magic of technology, I have this.
Oh my gosh, look at that.
This is a picture of Kathy's door. That's a can of Skull right there in the door. That's her mask. That's her mask that she pulled out of her pocket because she refused to wear it. And then that's a brown envelope of cash. And as you can see where the door has pushed the snow away. Keep in mind she's in a Ford F-150 with a 4-inch lift. So that would make the snow about 27 inches.
Yeah, she climbs I think at least a 6-step ladder to get in that thing.
At least, yeah. That's when she's reaching for her can of Skull. That's not skull. It's mince. Yeah, that's what I said. It's mint skull. I got to jump back on talking about the winery dogs with Lou. He jumped in the chat and said he was impressed with the compliments being thrown out by the musicians that were in his circle, as well as the history and stories about winery dogs. I mean, good grief. Yeah.
Well, in a band that plays totally live,
Oh, exactly.
no tracks,
No.
no track. And Billy talked about that before. You
Yep.
know,
Again, if you follow his social media, I mean, somebody that's playing with tracks aren't going to have fingers that look like his,
right,
because
right.
he's posting pictures of his fingers and how just crusty they are from all the bass playing and everything he's been doing lately. Um, but that whole Mick Mars thing was just the last thing I thought of, and it was interesting to me because we've hit on this before. Why did he leave? What's going on? Something seemed off, and I think we were right. Um, I got to say the name of this band out loud: Thunder Mother.
Okay,
I feel better.
I like that.
Thunder Mother. I don't know where they're from, but the name of this band is Thunder Mother.
Okay,
That is just awesome. I'm gonna have to look them up and listen to them now. Thunder Mother. You have no clue. Anyway, hey, so what got us talking about knighthood?
Oh, I don't know. We were talking about. I don't know. We were
Didn't
talking
you
about
just say somebody just got knighted?
Yeah, Brian May.
Brian May.
Brian May was knighted by the King of England, King
Huh.
Charles.
King Charles.
Yes, and I
I
didn't
gotta
know we were doing that still, but we now have Sir Brian May.
keep talking because I gotta look for
Okay.
something here.
Okay, so Brian May was officially knighted by King Charles earlier Tuesday, March 14th. The 74-year-old king.
Wow.
How old's Brian May? 75. My gosh. Made the legendary Queen guitarist a knight bachelor, whatever that is, during an investiture ceremony at Buckingham Palace in London. May was awarded the honor for his services to music and charity.
Okay. So is that kind of like getting the Presidential Medal of Freedom?
I think so. I think it's something like that. It's a high honor for a citizen, probably the highest honor you can get in England, I would think, right? That's a pretty big deal to be knighted. But what
Yeah.
does it mean, knighted?
I don't
What
know.
does it? I
But
know
you
what
know
I
what I
wanted.
did?
What?
I went and looked up people
Yeah.
who were knighted.
Yeah. Not
And
just
it's no. Rock stars.
rock stars that have been knighted.
Rock
'Cause I know
stars that have been knighted. Because you and I had a conversation about who's going to protect the realm.
what if there's a threat to the kingdom?
Exactly. Who's going to go out there and save the day?
Right. In a suit of
Like putting on a suit of armor, carrying a sword,
armor. All right.
all that.
Picture. Who's your first one? Picture this.
Oh, so I want to
Dragons
say
are at the gate.
I'm
Dragons are at
saving
the
the
gate.
best for last. I have to save the best for last.
Okay.
But here's some that Paul McCartney.
Sir Paul McCartney. Dragons are at the gate, and he's right there at the front line.
Followed closely by Sir Elton John.
Sir Elton John. I love it. I love it.
Followed even more closely by Sir Mick Jagger.
Now, Mick probably could take the dragon because he's got moves. He's got moves like Jagger.
True. None of them are going to go until Sir Tom Jones says to go.
So, Tom Jones is a knight?
Yes. He was knighted in 2006. But when they're done and they come back, they can listen to the somber tunes by Sir Bono.
Well, that would be a war cry, wouldn't it? Bloody Sunday, Bloody Sunday, Bloody, whatever that song is.
Yes, yes.
That's their war cry.
Well, as he's singing, they have to keep their women away because you know that Sir Rod Stewart's going after them.
He is.
He was knighted
That's a
in
smooth talker.
2016.
That's a smooth talker, Rod
Oh.
Stewart.
Yeah, yeah. His heart can't tell you no. Van Morrison is also in that lineup.
How did Van Morrison get to be a knight?
I don't know. And to keep the beat while they're marching, Sir
Right.
Ringo Starr.
Sir Ringo.
Yeah.
Oh, my. Why do people keep giving him honors?
I don't know. 2018 is when he was knighted.
He brings the Yellow Submarine.
Good call. Good call. Now, my favorite, because you know he can just sing his way through anything. Gosh, this is going to bring a tear to my eye. I got to check the chat real quick. Oh, Kathy, she says it's better than Sir David Hasselhoff.
What?
I don't know if it's better or not. But my favorite, actually, we get back to that list. My favorite would be Sir Barry Gibb. Well, I will pull my sword out and kick your ass. Better watch yourself. I'm on the way. Because, see, he can do that. Yeah. Yeah. You know, he can sing that stuff.
We're not auditioning for the Bee Gees, are we?
No. Well, we're not passing it, but, I mean, it may have been. But, I mean, you know, somebody's coming. Rod Stewart, you better get him. You know, and he takes care of it, and then they don't have to worry about it because Sir Barry Gibb has saved the day. You know, saving the day, saving the day. And he rides off on his stallion.
Oh, my God.
So,
oh, my. His beard and his hair would be so perfect, too.
Exactly. Did David Hasselhoff get knighted?
My God. I
Like,
hope so.
is that true? Sean Connery got knighted. I remember that.
He should be.
Yeah, Sean Connery's going to save the world.
Yes, he should.
Yes. And there's like a list of 34 celebrities who have received honors. So now we're just diving into this freaking full force. Jimmy Carter, Keira Knightley. Why does she get knighted when she's married to one of them? Oh yeah, she got knighted. All right.
Kira.
Huh?
It's Keira Knightley.
That's what I said.
You said Keira.
I'm
You're
spelling it phonetically. I mean,
well, she spelled it wrong. Let me tell you, it's I before E.
Yes. Adele. Wait, can women be knighted?
They can now. It's the 21st century.
I think it's just this list I'm looking at is just received honors. It's not what I want.
If you try to look up if David Hasselhoff has been knighted, all you get is Knight Rider crap.
Well, he was knighted then.
So I just got played.
You got played, Knight Rider. I get it. Okay. So these damehood, would be the same as being knighted?
I guess it would be.
Okay. I'm trying to find some Angelina Jolie. She was damned.
She was damed.
Yes, she was damed.
That sounds dirty.
It does. Hey, baby, what do you want to do tonight? I want to be damed. Knighthood. Here we go. Michael Caine.
Oh, yeah.
That's good because
I can see that.
He's got to run the Batcave.
That's right.
Anthony Hopkins.
Okay.
He's got to put the lotion in the basket.
Oh my God, he would whip some dragon ass.
Oh yeah, yeah. Daenerys Targaryen got nothing on him. We've already said Mick Jagger, Paul McCartney, Ian McKellen.
I know that name.
Magneto.
Yes.
Yeah, so we're out here freaking knighting X-Men.
So there's a higher echelon of knights that we've run
There has
into.
to be like knight second class,
That's
chief
right.
knight. This is interesting. However, I don't see David Hasselhoff, and that really kind of ruins it for me.
Yeah, I was really hoping.
Yeah.
I mean, it's German honors like
somebody
this.
just said yes, it is TBT. I don't. Yes, it is what? Oh, damehood is the same as for a woman, the same as being knighted for a man. Okay,
Yes.
all right. I was confused. I was like, I was right about something, but I didn't know what it was. This is an interesting list. Famous people who have been knighted. See, I keep going to different ones, and then all of a sudden, it's coming up with like a bunch of different ones. Robert Redford.
Oh, really?
Well, he was knighted and inducted into France's elite Legion of Honor
Oh my
by the
God,
French in 2010. That's not the same thing.
that sounds
If I'm
important.
Yeah, but if I'm going to get knighted, I want it to be by the British dudes, not the French.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bill Gates was honorary knighthood, and you know why he couldn't be completely knighted?
Why?
Because he's American. So he's probably just given honorary knighthood.
Right. Oh my God, Patrick Stewart.
X-Men, we're back.
Well, not only that, engage,
Yeah.
Mr. Wolf.
Clint Eastwood, he's also part of the prestigious French Legion of Honor.
The
French.
French Legion of Honor.
Yeah. Bob Hope, honorary knighthood.
Roger Moore. So we have two James Bonds, the good one and the crappy one.
Ronald Reagan. Well,
Uh,
that was in 1989. He was made an honorary knight.
Dude, this picture of Sean Connery with his knight medal. This is
Yes.
glorious. Have you seen this?
The one where he's holding it up like this, the red medal.
No, he's wearing it in this one, and he has a kilt.
What?
It is, yes, it's glorious. He is in a top coat with a vest and a kilt and
Do
a
you know
puffy
why?
shirt because he's Scottish.
He's Scottish.
But it's awesome.
Oh, you know what? I was thinking of somebody else who was holding up a medal when I don't know. We have completely went off track. Robert De Niro. Nope. France, Legion of Honor again. And what is up with the French? They like trying to steal the thunder.
Got a horn in on it.
Alec Guinness.
Really?
Alec Guinness. So now you have a Jedi.
Oh my God, you have a Jedi and Magneto.
Yeah. Sorry, French Foreign Legion of French people. The British got you beat because they have Obi-Wan. I mean, you can't beat that. And
No.
Alfred Hitchcock.
Oh, that's cool. He'll tell you a story.
Yeah.
A really scary or weird.
And Tom Jones.
Yeah, you mentioned that.
Okay, that's important.
He was the leader.
Yeah.
Sidney Poitier
Yeah.
is on this list.
See, everybody's getting an education this week. They're sitting there going, "What are these guys talking about?"
You know,
But yet
and
they're getting educated.
you know, and of course we jest about defending the realm and the kingdom and such, but that's a pretty cool honor, honestly.
Yeah, I'd love to be knighted.
And if you're King Charles, I mean, if you're knighted by King Charles and you're like the first one to be knighted by King Charles, that's pretty damn cool.
Absolutely. Or if your name's Barry Gibb and you're knighted.
Picture of it right here.
Yeah. See, you can be knighted. He was knighted by Prince Charles, so I guess it just has to be from somebody within the royal family.
Right.
And not just the queen. Kathy says she was kidding about David Hasselhoff. I'm starting a petition.
Yeah, we need to start an online petition.
No, I want to get David Hasselhoff positioned to join the French Revolution of
the French Revolution.
French people.
They already had that.
Whatever it was.
It was terrible.
Kathy asked a question earlier. She goes, "Where's Natalie tonight?" Who?
Who? Yeah. We're done.
Yeah. Who? Yeah. That's how much it matters. Who? Here, this is for her. For those that couldn't see that. We just took a drink out of the mugs that she wants. So, that's that.
Oh,
What else were we supposed to talk about?
yeah, we talked
We
about
just
that.
went off the freaking rails.
We did. We talked about Winger.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm about done.
Me
Unless
too, but I swear there was like one more thing, but I can't remember it. I'm searching through my notes because I actually took digital notes. Oh, this is just we don't have to talk about it. But,
well, you just said it.
well, one of the members of Skid Row, I don't remember which one it was, said that he does not see any money in
It's Rachel. Bolan.
reuniting with Sebastian Bach.
Wasn't that Rachel Bolan?
It might have been Rachel.
Yeah, and I saw the headline and I didn't read it, and I thought, what is he thinking?
I didn't read it because I think it's the dumbest statement I've ever seen.
That's a dumb statement.
Yeah.
You can say you don't want to get back with Sebastian Bach. That's fine. I get that. They've said that for years. But to say there's no money in it?
Bullshit.
People are paying hand over fist to see a Vince Neil who cannot carry a tune in a bucket. They will pay to see Sebastian.
Yeah, they're paying to listen to Vince Neil's taped voice tracks.
Maybe.
What? It's so confusing. But yeah, I saw that and I was like, whatever. That's a bunch of horse shit. Because I would pay to see Skid Row back with Sebastian Bach.
Right. I don't know. They don't usually do arena headlines, but they're always with good acts. When he was with them, they were with GNR for a couple tours.
Their first tour was with Bon Jovi.
Right, which is an odd pairing.
Well, it's because John Bon Jovi, if I remember the history correct, John Bon Jovi actually found Skid Row.
Well, he was buddies with Dave.
And then they went on tour.
Dave Sabo was actually in Bon Jovi for about 2 seconds. They're like neighbors in New Jersey.
Yeah. Well, I knew there was some kind of connection there, so they were out on tour with him, and I mean that's when I remember seeing them. But it wasn't. It was a stadium for Bon Jovi, but Skid Row was just the opener.
Yeah, but it's a stadium for you at that point.
Yeah, exactly.
So and I like that new Skid Row record a lot, and whatever they want to say is whatever they want to say, but are they hooking up with a big act like that now?
Right.
Now, would there be interest if Sebastian was there?
Absolutely.
I think so.
I do too. Put freaking Skid Row back out with Kiss.
Oh my gosh, as an opener?
Yeah. Why not?
That would be great. That would be great.
Yeah. Kiss wants to do another Vegas stand
Another
or whatever it is.
Residency.
Okay.
Gene said something about that.
Yeah, let Skid Row be your opener.
Now, we're talking about the tracks thing and all that. That's been a big part of the show. I have to say, since you mentioned Kiss, oh man, I am probably going to see them when they come to Indianapolis in November.
Really?
Yes, my niece sent me a text last week, very excited, wanting to go see Kiss, and asked me if I would go. So then it becomes, take my daughter, my niece, her husband, get a gang together and go see Kiss. And I love that. And
but
now I'm sitting there thinking, how much am I going to spend? How much am I going to spend to see, what I'm going to see? Where they're just, I don't know. I said 50 fucking times, but
yeah, I mean it is the final tour. Finally,
yeah, and we'll enjoy it. I guarantee I'll enjoy it because I'll be there with all, I'll be there with my family. We'll have a ball. But the whole time, I will be watching Paul Stanley to see if I see him pull away and noise come out of the speakers while he's walking away, and he shouldn't be. Or someone misses a drum beat and I hear the drums, and the whole time it'll be distracting.
Kathy says, "Why can't anyone tour when I am there in January? That's just ridiculous." Hey, Kathy, I think it was mentioned that you should just pack your crap up and move here.
Yes. Yeah,
Yeah.
we've said that a few
Yeah.
times.
Yeah, well, I made that comment last night, and she said, "Be careful who I tell because they'll be here to pack me up." So I said, "Okay." Text sent. You see, even Shannon agrees. So we just, Kathy, just bring your ass up here. Speaking of Kathy, for all of your round music needs, be sure to visit Kathy at Music and More Records. She's on all the socials, with the exception of today, because snow. People can't work in the snow, and we get it. Um, so yeah, go visit Kathy, Music and More Records. She's on the socials. Look her up. Find her, talk to her. If you got music questions, ask her. If you're trying to find that one record that you just can't find to finish your collection, get with her. She may be able to pull some strings and get it done. Same thing goes out to Jason at Bad Company Barbecue. Although he does not have records, he is making records with his wonderful spices. Be sure to visit Jason at badcompanybbq.com. He's also on all the socials. What the hell did I make not too long ago? I don't remember what it was, but I used his one of his Italian things, and it was
Sicilian Sun.
I don't
Sicilian Sun's
remember.
pretty good.
I'm not remember what it was, but holy crap, was it good!
Yeah.
So that's not just us because we're friends telling you that you need to spend your money with these guys. It's because we use it ourselves. As a matter of fact, if deodorant wanted to sponsor us, we would say it was okay because most of the time we wear it.
Most of the time.
What? Okay, yeah. Anyway, yeah, Jason, badcompanybbq.com, Kathy, Music and More Records. I am TBT. That guy over there is Ace. We will be back next week. It's either going to be Tuesday or it could be Wednesday. However, either way, hey, Natalie,